Today we're going to take a look at this flarking Guardians of the Galaxy Omnibus by Gerry Duggan. It has a 408 page count and the cover price of $75. Stay tuned after the video to see how you can get yourself entered in the current giveaway. Back at it with another Omnibus review. We got the Guardians of the Galaxy by Gerry Duggan. Awesome read, man. I absolutely loved it. I had some time to kill while my shipment is coming with some new Omnis, so I figured I'd pick this book up. Love the artwork on this dust jacket here. Slipping the dust jacket off. We get the wraparound cover underneath, which is great. And inside the dust jacket, we have like a little synopsis on basically what happens throughout this story. And on the right-hand side, we have the creators who worked on this book. And here you get this great wraparound cover with your boy Peter Quill on here, Star-Lord. Love a wraparound cover. Beautiful artwork, man. Love the artwork throughout this whole entire book. And I'll just open it up quick just to show you what the binding looks like. It's sewn binding. Not much of an eye, but there really isn't a whole lot of gutter loss in this book, which is nice. So you get the nice artwork throughout the pages spread out. Nothing really gets lost. Then looking at like the title page here, you get all the issues collected and you get everybody who works on the book, of course. This book does collect all new Guardians of the Galaxy 1 through 12, Guardians of the Galaxy 146 through 150, and material from Free Comic Book Day 2017, all new Guardians of the Galaxy #1. Several artists work on the book, so you get Aaron Cooter, Fraser Irving, Chris Samney, Greg Smallwood, Marcus Tu, so there's a decent amount of artists throughout this book. So this book starts out with the Free Comic Book Day, all new Guardians of the Galaxy #1, and the Guardians are like currently like trapped in like the Nova Corps cell, and they have to like make a breakout basically. Some things to note in the beginning of this: Drax has basically sworn off any kind of violence, so he's not Drax the Destroyer anymore. He's Drax the Pacifist, and Groot as well. Something happened to him, which gets explained later in the book, where he doesn't really grow anymore, so he only grows to about a foot. So that's some key points to note in the beginning of this, but starts out with a prison break, then immediately goes to a heist, which you would expect with Guardians of the Galaxy. So they end up going to this planet with this sick, like, Galactus spaceship, where everybody on this planet thinks that they're going to be killed by Galactus, but in actuality, it's just like the Trojan horse. So they go in, they steal some stuff, and then they end up bringing it to this dude, the Grandmaster, which he is a big part of this book throughout it as well. So of course, with completing this robbery for the Grandmaster, there had to be strings attached, so he ends up saying, yo, what you gotta do is you have to go steal this Hujadarian monarch egg from the collector, and then you'd bring that back, and then you'll get paid and all that. And throughout this, there's like these little Groot trees that they foreshadow at the end of like every issue, where there's just some ominous person with these little twigs like growing in the ground and stuff like that, which plays out throughout the book as well, that you figure out what's going on with all that. This issue here jumps from the more cartoony look to a more like painted style and more detailed, which is like really good, man. Having to do with Gamora and the Soul Stone and some stuff with Adam Warlock that'll also like kind of play out throughout the book. But man, this is just like a fantastic read. I was looking for something really fun and quick to read while I wait for the shipment to come, and I grabbed this off the shelf, started up, and immediately I was loving it, man. So they end up stealing this egg from the collector. They bring it back to the Grandmaster, and of course, just he's just inside of it, and it's like they're brothers. They end up fighting in each other, and Drax has to pull them apart. He stops violence with violence. There's a little bit of the foreshadowing of the tree stuff. So at the end, like I said, of each issue, there's something that happens with these trees that's going on. This is also a pretty cool issue here. It reminds me of the that game, The Fallout, like some of the artwork there. But it's basically like Peter Quill, he ends up like his tape gets messed up, and he has to like travel through time to go get like the music that he loves, basically. So it's just a cool little like tie-in issue that really doesn't have anything to do with the story, but it was just cool. And while this whole stuff is going on, like there's things going on with the Nova Corps, and there's also these Raptor people that are around too, which are like exiled from the Shi'ar Empire. The Raptors end up boarding the Guardian ship, and they, get into a sick battle with these dudes. Rocket ends up getting hurt, and they want to steal this like Kree tech, these Niga bands off of a corpse that happens to be on the ship. So then this issue is pretty sick here. It shows why Drax the Destroyer doesn't want to destroy anymore. He was like hunting on this planet, and there were some slavers and there were slaves there, and he wanted to save the slaves from these slavers, so he ended up murdering all of them. But while he's like doing it, the people are like, please don't kill him. And it like turns out that somehow they were bonded together, so like when he killed the dude, all of the slaves died too. So his destroying kind of just like murdered all of these innocent people, and he feels so terrible about it. That's why he has to play saxophone at the end of the issue. So after a little Drax issue there, goes back to like kind of what's been going on in the aftermath of that Raptors attack. Rocket is fucked up. He's gotten sliced in his spacesuit while he was out fighting with one of the Raptors, and it was ended up poisoning him. So, and then it shoots to this issue here, where Groot and Rocket are on some planet, and they end up getting attacked by this ominous person that you've seen throughout the book before. You don't know who it is, and that's when you finally find out that the man who's been gardening these little Groot creatures is actually named the Gardener. Dun dun dun. And he ends up, killing Groot per se. You thought he would, but actually Groot, in his slickness, he left a splinter of himself in Rocket's hand, and that's why he can't grow like more than a foot, is because of this Gardener dude. And it was all like shown on Mojoverse, so Mojo just pops up in the end of this issue there, and it's just like, stay tuned next week for the Rocket Raccoon show or some shit like that, which is always kind of cool to just see Mojo just pop up in something. Oh yeah, here's the part where Drax punches the heads off of Collector and Grandmaster and is just yelling at them not to be violent anymore, which is pretty damn hilarious. Gets into a little bit of the backstory of the Gardener here, with Loki actually pops up. And then it gets into some stuff with Nova. So Nova is like thought to be dead, and that kind of plays into a part about all this too. A big part of the Nova Corps is in this. There's a thought to be like spies involved in the Nova Corps. There's thought to be like people are just out to destroy what the Nova Corps is. So at this point in the story, all the Guardians are out. They're going to go look for the Infinity Stones. That's basically what's the point at this book. So they all go and ask people like Cable. They go talk to Man-Thing, which is great to see. Like Groot with Man-Thing is kind of sick. But they're all looking for, where the Infinity Stones are. And Man-Thing actually tells them that like the Infinity Stones are missing in their universe, and they're also missing in all the other dimensions as well. So at this point, the Guardians of the Galaxy join up with the Nova Corps, and they're like trying to find out who the spies are involved with this. And there's also this planet and whatnot of people that are infected with this Ultron like zombie disease, which is kind of sick. And at this point, the Guardians go off and they try to kind of like solve their own little missions. So like Drax goes his separate ways, and Rocket kind of like stays back. He's trying to figure out who the spies are in the Nova Corps, and this is also where Peter Quill like meets up with Nova. So he was thought to be dead, but he's actually alive. And they end up like going to this planet, and they find these rogue Nova Corps members. The one of them's pregnant. Peter Quill's like, yo, I can't fight you. You're pregnant, son. But in this spot here is where they find these gigantic Infinity Stones, which is pretty sick, man. Giant Infinity Stones. This book is just tremendous, man. It's a great read. Like, I didn't expect it to be this good. I had so much fun reading this. I read it in one sitting. I just blasted right through it. We got this great part here with Drax going to this planet with these people who are infected with the Ultron zombie virus. He ends up saving them, and this is where like the trees come into part. So like Cosmos the dog ends up like popping up and just letting everybody know, like a distress signal throughout the galaxy, saying like, yo, the trees are fucking attacking, son. Watch out for the trees. So there's all these little Groot trees around and stuff like that. And this is also too where Rocket kind of figures out a little trick. He like throws a bunch of these Nova Corps members in jail that have committed like kind of like minimal crimes, and because he knows that it's gonna draw out the people who are actually the spies, because those people are gonna try to kill the other members of the Nova Corps. So, and I'll kind of skip through this last episode a little bit. The artwork is super good. I don't want to spoil the end of the story for you, but this leads right into the Infinity Wars oversized hardcover. So after reading this, that's really what you'd want to jump into. And in the back of the book, you get, of course, a bunch of different variant covers and stuff for the issues in the book. That great Nirvana Nevermind with a Rocket Raccoon. Some like How to Draw Groot, which is pretty cool. Just a bunch of different variant covers. Always like Guardians covers, man. Some Adam Warlock stuff that looks really good. I definitely enjoyed the hell out of this book. If you're looking for something, a quick read, definitely think about this book. Altogether, I absolutely loved it. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching. The next giveaway is worldwide. One lucky winner will win the X-Men Omnibus Volume 1 DM variant Jack Kirby cover. You'll also get a Powers of X Issue 1 Diodato 1 in 200 Virgin variant, as well as King Spawn No. 1 Greg Capullo Raw Sketch variant. To win, you must be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on a video where I promote the giveaway. When we hit 750 subscribers, I'll pick a random video and then use a random comment generator to pick the winner. Good luck!